Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from anywhere you're watching this video. My name is Abiodun Shito and welcome back to another edition of this API consumption of the ongoing price precision app. So in our last section, we're able to consume the API to create products whereby a registered user will be able to create products. That's where we stop in our last section. So in this particular one, we are going to continue with the remaining API consumption. That's the endpoint consumption. That's endpoint to fetch, endpoint to update, and the endpoint to delete. So those are the three endpoints we are left with. So this is just the implement. This is just the fetch, the API consumption for what, to create a particular product. And it has been tested in the last section. You might want to take a look at how this came about. So in order not to waste too much of our time in this section trying to understand what we actually did in the previous one, we are just going to continue with where we stop, which is here. So in case you have any question, you can just drop in the comment. If you're watching on YouTube, you can drop in the comment box, and if you're live here, just please signify by raising up your hand and ask any question that you might be having issue with or encountering with. So now let's just go on. So currently I'm just going to start the server because I'm running on localhost. Okay, cd, sorry, should be cd server side. So I'm just going to start up the server with npm run dev. That's the backend server. That's what I mean. So we are live here. So let's just try to sign up, sign in rather. I have an account for this guy. So it's loading now. I'm signed in. So currently this is all these products that is here are being hard coded from the front end. Currently there shouldn't be any products for this particular user because the user have not actually created anything. So if you click on add products, now we have the product name, the item, the price, the par, and then whether it is available or what it is out of stock, then we add the product. So currently this add products, the only thing it does is just to send to the backend. So we want to find a way, anytime the user click on this add product, this backdrop, I think that's what the front end actually implemented this, called it. So this pop-up here, this add-on, this dialog pop-up should go away, and then this, what is behind the scene, that's, let me just close this for now. Then the product that was being added should be populated immediately. Should, this page should be refreshed, and that product that was added should show on this particular page instead of all these hard coded products. So now I'm going to go to the front end and remove all those products. Where is the product.html? I'm just going to, okay, I think these are the products here. Yes, these are the products. So I'm just going to remove all of this guy. Yeah, in fact, let me remove all the T body, everything in the body of the table. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything there because we are going to be populating it from the backend. So let's see how this looks now. Okay, sweet. So currently there are no products for this particular user. So when the user had a particular product, the product of that user should be actually populated. I think in the previous section we actually added a product for this person, for this particular person, and it's already in the backend. So let's just implement let's undo the what's it called, let's undo the feature to fetch all the products for a particular user and then populate it here. So then we are going to now test what the adding and then the populating back. So let's go back to our code, going back to our product.js. So where was this? Okay, this one is for, okay, let me just put an heading here. So this is undo, let's just call it undo form. Let me increase this a little bit so in case you might also, let me close this guy. Undo form submission for adding new products. Yeah, sweet. So below it, I'm just going to put another comment to what? To fetch all products. Okay, so we already know. Okay, sweet. So we are still using our fetch API approach. That's using the fetch method from JavaScript. So we are going to have I'm looking at a better way to actually have it, because here it's just going to, this fetch all products is going to work anytime this page is being reloaded. Anytime we refresh this page, this fetch all products should work. So I'm just going to call it a function. I'm going to create a function for this, so, and then probably invoke it later. So I'm just going to use the arrow function. So let's call it const fetch all products is equal to, this should be an async function. So it has no, is an anonymous function, so it has no parameter, not an anonymous function rather, it has no parameter. So now inside this function, what I want to do is just to call to send the request to that get request to that endpoint to fetch your product. So I'm just going to use the try catch so that I can catch any error that is coming from this implementation, just the same way we've been doing. So I'm just going to create a response. Just, this is not new anymore. If you'll be following this video, this shouldn't be new again. So using the fetch now. So now inside the fetch, I'm going to send this to the required let's go back and confirm the endpoint of to get all products. So I'm just going to go to the route, to the product route. So this is the endpoint to get all products. It's just having all instead of the crate compared to this one. So I'm just going to grab this guy and then change the crate to all in this case. So instead of crates, we should be having all here. Then I'm going to create my object. So the headers, so we have what type of method is this? Now, even though you didn't specify this method, by default, if you don't specify any method here, by default the method is that this fetch will take is get. Okay, unless stated otherwise. Like now, if you didn't specify any method here, it's going to assume that it is a get request that I want to send. So definitely we don't really need to actually set any objects for fetching actually, because now we should look at, let's go back here, except if our route is protected. There's, where is it again? Sorry about that. Oh yeah, the route is actually protected. We need the token in order to extract the business ID, because we are just fetching the product for a particular business. So let me just go to the controller and then explain what it is. You can see we need the business ID of, so we are looking for all products where the business ID is this. So definitely this one is not fetching all the products, it's just fetching the product for that particular user. Okay, so going back here, where is this guy? So I actually need to what to set the header. That's what this authorization header, that's the bearer token, so that it was to validate that this is for the user, and that's so. So the only thing I actually need to set here is just what the headers. So inside the header, I don't need to set the content type because I'm not sending anything. So the only thing I need to send is just this bearer token, so that it will authorize that what this is. It will just fetch what the product of this particular what user that is signing that at the moment. So we have authorization, then bearer token. We already saved this token inside the local storage the last time. Okay, the last time, and we are already getting it here. We are getting the user token from the local storage that was being saved when the user signed in. This might be a lot if you are just joining this section for the first time, but for those that have been following will actually understand. And in case you're lost anywhere, you can just go back and refresh your memory on the last video, the API consumption 2 that we actually did, where we actually talk about local storage and the likes of them. So going on, so we have our response here, so but we need to get the data from our response. So I'm just going to create a variable const data is equal to await, that will be response.json, because we're expecting a JSON format for this particular response. So for now, let's just say console.log data. Let's see the data that we're getting when we refresh the page. Okay, because we just want to what am I doing? Console.log, let's console.log data. So now I'm just going to call this this fetch or product. Okay, I'm just going to call it, here. So, and then invoke it. So anytime we refresh that page, so let me just add a comment here. So fetch products, when the page loads. Okay, so now this one, and it's JavaScript run line by line. When it gets to it will keep running, it won't actually. So anytime we will load the particular page, it will call this product, it will call this function, and this function is just to fetch the product and then console and then send it to our console, send the data that is gotten to our console. So let's try this now. Let me open my console. Okay, so I have my console here. So let me expand a little bit. So what we are saying is, if we should refresh this page now, we should have something on our console. So let me refresh. Okay, so now I have an internal server error. So let me go back to my project and then see the error is from the backend. So JWT malformed. There's something with the JWT that we're sending here. So what's the issue? Oh yeah, my bad, sorry about that. This is not actually getting, because I'm supposed to use the backtick instead of the normal string. So it was actually sending, so it wasn't sending the user token, it was just sending bearer, then with all this as a
Sorry,
normal
please, can
string.
you let someone into the meeting? Sorry to cut you short.
Oh,
I think someone is trying to join.
my this thing automatically accepts. So, oh, sorry, let me make you as a co-host. It's only when I'm actually, sorry about that. Tell the person to join back, please. Let
No
me,
problem.
because yeah, sorry about that. So back to, just tell the person to join back, please. Thank you. So oh, I actually heard the tone, but I didn't know that my system did not automatically accept the person. So back to this, we have the issue we're getting was because of I wrapped this bear token in just the double quotes but I was using a template string in order to get this variable that is here, but it's not sending it. That's why it's saying that this JWT is malformed. Okay, so but we are supposed to undo any error from JWT so that we get the required response instead of this internal server error, although it's an internal server error, though. But you don't want to tell the user that there's an okay, this is like the only thing you want to tell the user, then you can fix it. All right, so let me close this back. So let's refresh the page again. Oh, sweet. So we have all the products. You can see now we have about 6 of them. If you should look at everything here, you can see the business ID is the same. The business ID is the same for all the 6 products. So we've been able to fetch all the products, but we've not been able to populate it. So the next thing now is we want to populate all this data that is gotten from the backend into this our table in the front end. All right, so let's go back to our code. That will be a little bit intense, but we can do it. So if you remember, I removed from this table body, I removed some data from here. So instead of coding the data, so let me even return it back so you can okay. I removed all the table data, that's the rows, the table role, and then the table data of each of those rows. Instead of coding it here, it will be done in this our JavaScript when we fetch this our data. Okay, so we are going to do something here. Sorry, please give me a minute. Okay, so from this our response, we have message, and then we have products. So products is actually the array that we want to is an array. So we are going to loop through each of these arrays, each of these items inside the array, and then for each one of them we are going to place them inside it's just a simple logic. We are just going to pick one and then put it inside each table row and then populate it in our front end here. So here now, so I'm going to, but before then, the only time we have this product is if this message returns to us, right? So I'm just going to have something here. So let me continue here. So if data.message, did I send you work? What is the message here? All products retrieved successfully. So if data.message, this is not the message. Let me just copy the message here. All products received successfully. Yeah. Then we want to do something. What we want to do, we want to populate all those products inside our front end. So now I'm just going to use it for each method. So data.product, I'm going to get the product array. You know that from here we have message as the first key, and then product is the second key, which is an array. So I'm now targeting the array data.product. Then I'm going to use this for each method from JavaScript. That means just going to loop through each of the items. Sorry, for each thing here, for each product. What do I want to do for? So what do I want to do with each of the products inside this array? So for each of these products, I want to make the products to appear in the tables as a role in the table. So from here, here that I removed all these things that I removed, I'm now going to what to create them in what in this my JavaScript here. So now I'm going to declare a variable. Let me declare a variable for rows. Const rows is equal to, why is this? I'm just going to create it. Document dot create. I think it's create element. Yeah, create element. This is it. Create element. What's the name? That's tr. That's what signifies what table row. Tr signifies table row, right? So leave that one. Now we already have what? We already have our what? Our table rows. So now I now want to now use sorry about this. So the next thing I want to do is just to target the what the inner HTML of this what of these rows. You know, this role is just what tr. But from this I'm going to be referring to this place. So the first thing I want to create is what is this what this table row that I removed this one. That's why it's displaying like this. Well, let me see if I can expand it a little bit. Sweet. So the first thing I want to create this table row. So inside the table is what I want to now put what the data. Where the what the first one is the what product name, the next one is the product price, the next one is the the unit and the likes of them, status, about. Okay, sweet. So let's go back here. So it's just as if we are doing what HTML, but we are doing it from a script. We are allowing this script to what to create this HTML tags for us. So the first tag it has created is what is this table role element. So I now want to target. So the next thing I want to do is just to do rows dot what inner HTML. So inside the HTML, inside the what the tr element, I want to do something. Now I'm going to be using this my template string literal so that I'll be able to target what each of these what individual products just the same way I did there. You know, now they are now variables. Okay, so yeah, so I'm just going to create what the HTML for this. So let me do it. So then t data, okay, is going to be, so we said the first one is product name, right? But before then, let me see what is here. Let me comment this guy here. So let's see if this thing, let's see if for each method is actually working. So let me just do console.log product. Let's see, it's supposed to actually what let me comment this one out. So if the data is blah 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 blah, then for each of these we want to work console.log each of those products. Or let me just do product.name. Do you have anything like that? Or let's just do product first. So we'll know that we are doing the right thing and not working blindly. Oh sweet, you can see it's splitted what? It's splitted each of those products. We have the first product, this is the first product, this is the second product, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So we're actually on the what? On the right track. So it's now what each of these individual products that we are now going to populate. You can see the first table data for that what row will be what product name, which is going to be here. Then the next one will be product dot price. Then the next one will be product dot order number. Then the next one will be product dot status. Now this action that is here, okay, there's an extra table header here which is called action. I actually added it before this section. So this action is what is going to help us to edit or delete that particular product. So I hope are we here? Somebody say hi. I hope I'm not
With
talking
you,
to
we're
myself.
with you,
All right, thank you
my
very much.
brother.
So where were we? Yeah, this part. So we've gotten our products. Let me remove this guy from here. So now, so the inner HTML of this, I want to populate the datas. So I think I have about, how many data is here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this action too is also a data. So let's just do this first. T data. So what's your problem? So I'm just going to copy this, then yeah, sweet. So now the first data is for the what the product name, right? So what we are going to do here is just to use this my dollar sign, this guy, then what should be populated there should be product, that's product dot product name, product underscore name, because each of these, if you look at here, with console.log products, each of these objects, for each of these objects is what, this is a product, this is a product. So product dot, we just want to target what the product name, so that it will have what, it will be populated under this what product name header. Then the next one will be price. The way it is written here, you cannot, if you just put product.name, it's going to give you an undefined what value, because what, there is no product and there's no name as what, as a property of that what, of that object. What you have as a property is what, product underscore name. That's why I'm having product underscore name here. Then the next one I want to populate is what, is the product, is that my, okay, that will be product dot price. And the next one should be order number. We have it like this, and status. So let me just copy this guy. I'm a little bit, so here, and then here. Okay, so the next one should be what's the next one? Order number. Here is order underscore number. I'm coming, please. Order underscore number. Then this one should be par. Okay, not par. Is status. This is product underscore status. Why do we have null here? We have null as status here. I think there's one that, oh, we have, okay, we actually we had an issue with the status, but we actually rectified it. So here we are going to have a product underscore status. Then here it will now be what is the action. Okay, here is the action, but we don't have anything like action here, so I'm just going to remove it for now. So let's just leave that guy for now. Before, they were actually doing something like, oh, sorry about that. Before, our previous front-end developer was actually using X to signify that what this is, you can actually what delete that particular product. But let me just put it for now. We are going to do a better logic here. So what are we doing again? So now here we've just created what these rules, but we've not actually, but now we need to find a way, because if you should actually go and do this, nothing will actually happen. Of course, I wasn't expecting anything to happen, because what we just did was just to create the elements and then the data, the table data, but we've not actually appended we've not actually what, like, pushed this element inside what, that table body that is here. You can see this table body that is here, we've not actually what targeted this table body, so we need to actually what target this particular table body. So for this, I'm just going to give it an ID of what, of table, let me just call it table dash body. I think someone's hands was up before. Okay,
No, just I don't want to interrupt. I just
okay,
was wondering if that this thing will not need what do they call it? Product that is a variable name now. It needs like a, I don't know what they call it. That's like quotation that goes flies. I don't know what it's called. But just go ahead. Maybe
okay,
if it
okay,
gives you an
all
error.
right, no problem. Okay, are you talking about this inner HTML?
Yes, the product dot
I'm
product
using
name.
this backtick here.
Okay, yeah, isn't one for
Yes,
all of them. Back to
yes,
that's what I was referring to.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Okay. I was wondering why he didn't have it.
No,
Okay.
okay, it is there actually. So where was I? Yeah. So I've created an ID for this. So I need to target this table body so that I can what append all these guys that I actually was created there. I can push these rows inside what that table body. So I'm just going to come to the top of this guy and then do a const. Let me just call it table body. Table body is equal to, should I use a query selector? Okay, we've been using query selector. Oh, sweet. I thought I was using document get element by ID anyway. So the reason I have hash here is because it is an ID. You already know that from CSS that you use hash to signify ID and you use dots to signify class. Okay, so now at this point now, what do I want to do? I've already created all this guy. I've used a for loop. I've looped through each one of them to create each of these products for me. So after the loop is when I want to actually to append this guy that is here inside that table body. Okay. So just after the loop, I think this is is it after the loop? No, it's still inside the loop so that it will just I hope I won't get into trouble with what I want to do now. But let's just do this. So I just want to call the table body dot. There's this method from this append child. That means you're appending I've really forgotten the meaning of this. This is just to push this element inside inside the table body. And what we want to push is rows. I want to append inside this guy. That means I'm sending a child, from inside the table body. We have the table row, then the table data. So this table is a child of this table body. That's why we're using this append child, and we are passing the rows. So I guess now if we should refresh this, if everything is as we said, we should have all those data populated here. So let's refresh. Oh, sweet. You can see we have the product name. Sorry about that. Okay, let me just consider upload this data back. So we can see we have all the products in the right places that is there. So we have the product name. This is just for this particular user. If I should sign in another user, you can take a screenshot of this or something. I don't know why they don't have a logout. They didn't implement a logout here, but let's just do this. So let me go back to the home page and then sign in another user. I think I have another user
You can
called
implement it now.
this guy.
Implement the
Let me log
logout.
in with password. I can't remember which other user that I have here. Okay, yeah, this one is logged in. You can see there are no products for this particular guy. The product is an empty, is 0. The length of the array is 0. That's why we didn't have any products here. Okay, but let me go back and then sign in. Go back here. Well, we really need that signing. Let me sign in this user back. So login successful. You can see we have our product for that particular user populated. Isn't that amazing? So the next thing I want to do is this action, this X that is here. I don't want it to be X. I want this action to have two different buttons where we have the edit and then the delete button. I want it to have each of these product to carry two buttons whereby we can actually edit or delete that particular product, and that should be done at this very last data that is here. So inside this data now, instead of having it as X, I'm going to have it as this guy. So let me just do. So I'm just going to create two buttons. Button. Okay, let me just give it a class now so that I will differentiate them. Well, we've been here for a while. So let me give this a class of edit edit dash btn. Then I'm going to, I think, I'm trying to remember something, but let's just leave it like this first. So let me close this guy and then close the button, whatever, the button tag, and then pass the text I want to have as a button, which is edit. So I'm just going to copy this and then paste it down, but for this case it is what? It is delete. Okay, delete. Then here we have what? We have what? Delete. If this is good, we should have our buttons here. Okay, sweet. We have the edit and then the delete, but we can decide to change this as icons probably later on, but for now let's just leave it like this. So when we click on this edit button, it's just going to populate something. It's just going to probably, it's just going to bring it back like this. It's just going to bring back this, and then together with this guy, then probably it's a lot of work, but it's something we can do. Then when we click on delete, then this particular item, this particular product will be out of the way, or out of the table, and also it will also be deleted from the from the database. Any questions so far? Okay, I guess there is no question. We are going to move on. So the next thing I want to do is when we add a product, okay, let me see, who is that? Okay, White, Mr. White, go ahead.
I noticed the syncing. That's when you updated this particular user, the tree or the cart for this particular user, it updated while the other one did not update. Is it that you gave each of the user a different instance as per when any object is being updated from the back end part? Because you updated this from the back end part, not even from the from this user interface. You did the updating, more
Is it
like a
the
hard-coded updating
product?
for, yes, the product. You
Okay,
did
for
the
this
updating of the
particular
product
user,
from,
we've created some product before. So
okay.
it's just fetching the product for this particular user. But for the other user that I
But the
like,
product,
the other user doesn't have any products. That's why we didn't have anything. Yeah.
is it the product you created for this user? Is it from this front end part or from the back end you added the product?
Yeah, we actually
Because
added it. We have
from if you go back to your
okay, let me just show you something. We already implemented the fetch API to to add products. You've already consumed the endpoint to add the product, but we've not yet.
okay,
Yeah, here what we are doing here is just to populate the product that was added in our in our front end. So during our last section, that's
okay.
just the previous one. Actually walk through this is it, where we are creating a product that's sending product to the backend. It's just being sent to the backend. Nothing is happening on the front
Okay,
end. But
may I say this?
yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead.
Mr. White. When we were using Postman, that's like substituting the back front end. That's like it's not really a back end thing per se, but that's like doing what front end would have done. So while we are yet to make this HTML document you're seeing here and those stylings, the web page, while we are yet to make it do it, we didn't just go to the back end, host check the database and started putting data. We did it through these endpoints built. So it's what is left is just for to make it happen from the front end directly. I guess.
Yes, 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 I understand.
All right.
Okay, so thank you very much for that. So there's something we left out the last time we were doing this. We are sending this. We're consuming the create endpoint for the products. So we want to actually, when we create a product, okay, this, like now when we click on this add products, this pop-up here should actually go away. Then that particular product should actually be added inside this list. I think that's the next thing we want to do before we go to the edit and then delete, and then we call it, we are through with our app, at least for now. So Now going back to, okay, I think, yeah. Oh, I'm not actually catching any error. Let me just copy this guy and then console.log error. Okay, that's if there's any error per se. So going back to our creating of products. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, at this place where we created the product, what we just want to do is just to alert that what product created successfully. Okay, here we are just refreshing the form. That's this form. We just want to reset it so that the user can actually add another product, but we don't want to reset it anymore. We want this pop-up to go away, and then the person should be able to see that product that was created in this page. All right, so I think okay, let's go back here. So when this is done, let me see. I think she called it a backdrop. I've forgotten what she called it. Let me go and look for it. Oh, I'm coming. Where is it? Okay, yeah, this is it. Okay, she called it backdrop. Okay, I think I want to change the style, that's the display of it, to none. I think that's the way we can actually do it. So I'm just going to target this backdrop, and yeah, I think that's it. So it has an ID backdrop, and so oh, we even have it here. Oh, sweet. So what I want to do here is I want to do backdrop dot style dot display. I want to change it to what? To null. So when the product has been created, then afterwards, and I want to call my, oh sorry, yeah, I think afterwards I want to call my fetch or product, because if I don't call this fetch or product, it's not going to add the new product that was being yeah, I think this should be about it. This fetch or product means that when you create this product, just call this what, that means fetch all the products from the from backend, and then display it in our table. So let's try this. So let me first refresh this page, then add product. What product name have we not added here? Okay, someone should give me something that is not eh?
Kush. OG Kush.
What's Puji Kush?
OG Kush.
OG Kush. Spell your
Yeah.
Kush.
Yeah. KUSH.
KUSH.
Who
Yeah.
is talking? I beg. Wow, we're being recorded. I beg. Who is talking?
Okay, so let's say PS5. How much is your PS5? $1,500. And this is per. Oh, we actually need to change this guy here, but there's a lot of things to actually work here. So this should be per, let's just say per unit. Then it is available. We add the products, we have this, then oh wow, we have an issue here. This is the PS5. Why is the order number 7? Oh, okay. I think, yeah, we don't have the, let me just see what is being populated before I run into trouble here. So let me open one of this guy. So the par is null. That's, we have this order number. The order number is an auto generated number. So from 1 is being automatically generated by what, by a database. That's why we have it sequentially. And this par, okay, I think, let me just go to the last one. We have an issue with the per unit. We don't have a table, we don't have an header for what, for the par. That's why it's not showing here. We can actually, it's something we can actually fix, but Yeah, you get the gist. But I think I know the reason why this is actually showing like this is being populated twice. So before we actually populate that guy, we actually need to to clear the table, the existing table role before it is being populated. So let me go back to my fetch. Sorry. So at this place when we are fetching all the products. So before we do this guy that is here, we actually need to, so let me just add it somewhere here. We actually need to clear the existing inner HTML of that table body. Let me just put it as an empty string. No problem. And that's why we have multiple these things. So what I'm just doing here is, what I'm doing here is clear existing tables before it is being populated, or else it's just going to appear twice. It's just going to populate it multiple times. So we have it like this. So let's add another product. So we are saying plasma TV, and it cost $10,000. This is per, let's just leave it as per unit. Let me even change this one to out of stock, so we have it. So yeah, we are now good. So the only thing we don't have here is per. I don't know where the per went to. Should we let's just quickly add it. Sorry about that. So let me just go to the front end. So it's just something issue, just a minor thing that is here. So I'm just going to put something here, table header. Now we are going to have a par. No, not per page, just par. Okay, so if we should refresh this, we have the par here. Order number, oh, sorry, my bad. So from the script 2, I need to actually add something here. After the price is par, right? Was that how yeah, after the price is par. So here, I'm just going to add a table data. Sorry if this is strange, price dot par. So yeah, this should actually fix everything. So refresh. Yeah, we are back to normal. So these are just existing, these are just random data. That's why we have this null. We're having issue. If you watch the previous video, you understand why we had non-null as per here, but I think we actually fixed it. I can't remember. Then this was a new product that we added here. We have the out of stock. Yeah. So now we want to go ahead and then implement the edit and delete feature. Any question before we go ahead? Any question? I guess that is a no. So let's undo the
Someone's
edit.
hand has been raised. I don't know if it's
Sorry.
unintentional. Okay.
White. Alpha. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, white.
My hand. I think I did not drop it last time. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I know the pain. Sorry. So where were we? Okay, we want to actually undo the edit and delete. This is going to, I'm looking at a very fast and easy way, but let's just go ahead. We are all here. We are going to fix it if you have any issue. So let me just create a comment here. So let's undo, let's call this undo product edit, and we are going to undo the two in just one single. We are going to use an if statement. That's if the click was performed on edit and or the other way around. So instead of using Okay, don't worry. Let's just say undo, edit, and delete. Undo, prevent, edit, and leave it like that. So so you know that these buttons, this edit and delete button, they are inside the table body. These two buttons are inside the table button document, or yeah, the table button, the table body element rather. So that's what we are going to target. So we are now going to add an event listener on that on that add event listener. That's we are going to add a click event on the table body. So when you click, I'm going to, okay, there's something I'm missing here. So let me remove before we go and enter issue here, let me remove the default feature of this event listener. So e.prevent default. So now let's see if this is working. Let's just console.log something. Hello world. Okay, sweet. So I will just refresh this. Let me click on one of these guys. Oh, sweet. It's working. You can see we have hello world on our console. That's because if I click on any one of them, but that's why it's still the same thing, but we've not yet target whether you clicked on edit or you want to click on delete. The click is just any button at all inside the table body should want to print what hello world. But now I want to differentiate from the edit and then the delete. That's going to take a long way. So now in this case, we are now going to target the class of each of those buttons to do different things for us. So I think, yeah, since we already have the e as a parameter here, so there should be something like, so let me just create a variable called const target is equal to e.target here. Yep. So now I want to say if target dot class list, I think that's what is called. There's a class list method. Okay, so we want to check the what okay, do you know what, before, so that I won't be performing magic here, so let's console.log what am I doing, sorry about that. Let's console.log target, so you see what this is actually doing. So that means if you should click on any one of these guys, so click on this, you can see it shows the element that I actually clicked on, what I actually clicked on. If I click on the delete now, you can see it's showing me that what I clicked on, the first one I clicked on was edit, the second I clicked on was delete. It's just going to target the element of the button that actually clicked on. That's what the target method that I use for for that parameter for this function. Yeah, so what I want to do is just to target the class name. Okay, so there is actually something called class list. So if the target dot class list contains any of these guys, then I want to do something. Okay, so okay, let me just show you for now. I think it's class list dot contain, I think something like that, or let me just, I think it's this, I'm not really sure, just sorry about that. Yeah, it is. So for this one, the class is what is edit button, then this one is what is delete button. So that's what I actually wanted to look for. So that's what I'm just going to set my if statement around. So I'm going to say if target dot class list dot contain That means it contains edit dash button. That's I'm targeting the first one. What's your problem? Close this guy. Then what do I want to do? Then I want to do something here. That means for this, or should we work on the delete first? Because this edit might actually or take a little, we need to actually do some other thing, but it doesn't really matter. So let's go on. What we want to do when we click on this edit, we want to do something. We want to be able to edit this this particular product.
The
But
inputs, right?
yeah,
So that means it needs to give you another window pop
Are
up.
we editing
Kind of
the
like
full
we
expressing
want,
it again.
yeah, what I want that when we click, when I was explaining something, that when we click on this edit button, I want this pop-up to come back together with those product information of that particular distance, so that we can actually use this same backdrop to edit. You get what I'm saying, what I actually said now.
Yes,
So
that
when we
makes
click on
sense. That
edit,
should be how to
yeah,
do it.
I think that's like the easiest, that's like the more reasonable way to actually do it. Okay, so okay, do you know what, let me do something here. So let me say backdrop dot style. We are going to do this one after the other. Dot display is equal to block. Okay, so let me refresh. We are all in here. Oh sweet, now I have the backdrop. It was when I click on edit that I have the backdrop. Okay, but now I might need to, I might need to change this the heading of this, and then this content here to delete, I mean to edit products, like, or something. Yeah, this one should be not add a new product anymore, because I want to make use of that same backdrop. I don't want to start writing another HTML for this edit.
But this function you're trying to implement now has two parts. So you need to first delete the content that pops up with it, and then update. If that makes sense.
I can just populate.
Assuming you've populated this one with the previous information,
Yeah, I
and
will
you now
just
edit,
populate. Yeah, I'll just populate this iPhone,
alright,
the blah
the
blah blah blah
new.
blah that is here inside this particular place, so that I can just change it the way I want to change it. But that's really a lot, but it's something we can actually do. Okay, before then, we actually need to know which of the products that we're actually trying to edit. Right now, we don't know which of the products we want to actually edit. You can only edit one particular product at a time, right? So there's something I omitted. There's something called I think data ID. It's really been a long time. It's really big. I'm trying to remember something in one of my previous projects. Okay, there's something called data ID attributes. So let me come here and set the data ID attributes. The data ID to be equal to, in this case, it will be equal to the product ID. Am I not using this thing here? Okay. In this case, it will be equal to product dot ID. Yeah, I want to give it the ID of what? So I think the same thing should happen here as well. Okay, hold on. I think it's ID, right? Let me check each of these products. Wait, we are not returning the ID. Wow. Why are we not returning the ID of the product? Okay, we have the order number. Oh, the order number is, well, hold on. Let me go to the let me go to the model. So where is that product? Oh, okay, we'll just use the order number. We'll use the order number since there is no ID. So here we use product dot. That means order number should not be part of the. Do we need the order number to be part of it?
Yes. Okay. I'm not sure we need it to. Um, Other number looks more like something that should work behind the scene.
Yeah, order number
But
is more
then,
like the ID of that particular product.
yes.
Since we did
But it
not
might be
actually
needed.
do, we did not. Should I remove it? You
Let's
know,
just leave it for
you
now.
know, you
I
are
want
not
to.
setting the order number from here.
Yes.
So the order number should not. It's just like the ID of that particular product. It might be there, it might not be there, but it doesn't really matter.
That's what I'm saying. Removing it or keeping it does not really. I'm not really saying.
Please go ahead. So Eric.
Yeah, so sorry to interrupt. Please, can you I don't know. There's a call that I urgently need to take, but I'm the host, so I don't want it to affect the
No
call. So can
problem, no
you remove
problem.
me and make someone else so that I don't leave when it ends the call?
Okay, remove
I'll
as
join back in
co-host.
like 5 or
Okay,
10 minutes.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
thank
All right. Let me make this one too.
Just
Okay.
try not to mistakenly end the call. Just don't.
So where was I? Okay. Yeah. So the order number, I'm setting it as a data ID of each of these buttons so that when we want to edit, we can only edit a particular what? We can only edit a particular product. Hold on, let me even go to the implementation of the edit. What am I using to edit? That one will tell me what I should use. Where is this controller product? So let me see. I'm editing with I'm editing with the order number and the business. Yeah, I'm using the order number to edit. So to update that particular product, you can see update the product, blah 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 blah. Where order number is this, and then the ID is this. I think I'm using the order number, so it's all good. So we can use the order number. So coming back here, okay. But now I've forgotten the way they usually get this ID because I need the ID. I need this order number when I'm sending this request to the backend. So I'm going to send this order number as a query params, just like here that I'm sending the header, the authorized. This bearer token as the what? This token as the what? Authorization header. There is actually a way to send. I'm trying to remember something. Hold on. I think they call it data set or something. Yeah, I think so. Hold on, let me just console.log something. Console.log. We are going to console.log. Let me just console.log the old target first. I want to see what's the info under this guy. Okay. Edit. No. This is not what I want to. This is not what I want. Okay, do you know what? Target dot data set. I think it's data set. Really forgotten. Target dot data set. Yeah, it is data set. Then the ID. You can see you already have the order number. It's because we set like now for this one should be 3 and the likes of them. Yeah, it's data set. So is this from this data ID that I set here? Okay, it's like me I'm setting an ID to to this particular element, which I'm using this data set to extract. So in this case, I'm just going to use the data set dot ID. Okay, okay. It's been a long time. All right, I think we can actually proceed now. So in this case, I want to have if blah 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 blah. Okay, sweet. But I still need to populate the form, this backdrop with the what? With the particular what? With this particular data before trying to edit it. So let me go back to this place. I think here we have the product name, we have the blah 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 names and the likes of them. Okay, we can actually go ahead. So, come sorry. Or does anybody have any idea on how to actually, how can I populate this form with the data from that particular product?
I'm thinking. What does let's see the endpoint you are working with now. What endpoint are we hitting with this?
Is right now I'm not actually hitting any endpoint yet. I'm just
Oh,
doing the script. What I want to do is to what? I want to use the same backdrop to edit that particular product. Wow, battery
oh,
low.
okay. I was thinking. I was thinking. What the algorithm logic that came into my mind now is how that when you click edit, it connects with an endpoint that identifies the user and the other product and fetches the data and returns it to the front end, and then we will now catch it here at the front end and now display it using inner HTML on these feeds. That was what came into my mind, man. What came into my mind? I don't really understand what I said.
Okay.
You get that would mean building an endpoint right now. But then how to now get it straight from front here? We have there has to be a relationship now. There has to be something has to happen in the back end to fetch the data. Something
We
has to
already have the
happen.
data here. We already have the data here. We don't need to call. We don't need to. We already have the data here on the front
Okay.
end. Yeah.
Okay. So
So what I want to do is
um,
just to populate this form with all these values here. Okay. Do you know what? Let's go ahead and do something
okay. So
first.
in where is it that saved right now?
Eh?
Is there a way we can refer to each of this idea of everything
I
you're talking,
think you
you're
can
talking about?
actually
Is there a
do
way we can
that.
refer
There's
to?
a way you can actually do it. That's what I want to actually do
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So I need to set the form values based on this particular product that I actually clicked on. So
Oh.
um hold on, that's what I was actually looking for here. Okay, this one has they did not put. Okay, this input has it has an ID. Okay, we are just going to target that. So come, let's just do one for now. Let's say it will work. So I'm just going to target that one. Document dot get element by ID of that product underscore name, then dot value. I want to set the value to be equal to the product dot product name. I hope this works. Product name. Yeah. I hope this works. So let me refresh again. I think let me just move you a little bit here. I have an issue here. Okay. Yeah. For me to, before I can actually populate this guy here, I first need to fetch this particular product with the ID, with the order number. So I think let me just do this first. So I think here we already said the let me do sorry, I wanted to go and check something here. In this place, I'm using the order number to, what's the endpoint for this guy? I'm coming, let me go to the route itself. Okay, I'm not actually fetching a single product. Oh, I'm fetching it. This is it here. This is what I'm looking for. I'm fetching a single product here, so I already have it here. So let's go to the product route. Where is the single product? I'm using the order number. Yeah. So coming back here, I'm just going to say, since I'm using order number there, so I'm just going to declare a variable const order number is equal to, that will be target. We already saw this before, dot data set dot id. That's the order number. So in this case now, so what I want to do now is just to send a request to the backend to fetch that particular product for me. So let's go back to our try catch. Okay, then here I'm going to do const response. This should not be a is equal to await. Sorry, are we always so await, then we are now going to use the fetch. So what is the endpoint I'm sending to? So in this case now, this is it. Where is the fetch again? But for here, what I'm using here is the what is this order number. Okay, is this order number I'm going to be using here. So slash product slash, how did I even do it here? Oh, coming, go to the route. Sorry, this is the user route. So this is the product route. Okay. So in that case, what I will be having is just this guy here. That's the what the order number that I actually declared here. So this one is just to fetch the single product. Okay, sorry, this should be a sync function. So that's why the await is actually underlined. Sorry, async. Then here, I'm going to get the const data is equal to response.json. Hope I'm not performing magic. Yeah. So when you click on this particular edit, it's just going to fetch what that particular product that we actually clicked on. So let's see if this is working now. So let's console.log enter now. Console.log data. Okay, so sorry about that. So let's refresh and let's click on, let me click on the one that has plasma. So we should have we have a forbidden error. Forbidden is not authorized. Oh yeah, I did not pass the authorization. That's this header here. So let me just copy this guy. Come here, comma. So let me paste it. Yeah. because I'm trying to fetch the products. You can see from where is it again? You can see from here it has what we are still extracting the business ID even from our controller. From that fetching a single product controller, we need the business ID, and business ID is a unique. We are also using the business ID to actually fetch that particular product. So if you don't get the business ID, that means what? This user does not exist, or is not an authorized. We are using the business ID to authorize the person that is fetching that product, so that a random user that is logged in from somewhere else will not have any business to do with the other person's product and not tamper with it. Okay, so let's try this again. So let me click on the one for plasma. Why are we having promise? Why is it giving me promise? I have to console.log the data now. Sorry, are we still here?
With you.
There's an issue. Console.log data is giving me promise. I'm not supposed to be giving me promise. It's supposed to be giving
What are you
me.
supposed to return? Let's see what you're returning from the endpoint.
Eh?
Let's see what you're returning from the endpoint.
Oh yeah, that's true. Where is that product controller? I'm returning the products.
Message product. So the message, wait, product, did that message, oh, did you get that message?
I do not even get the message at all.
So we don't even need to console.log. We're supposed to get the message and even get the product without you doing console.log. If this thing worked well. Let me see your console again.
It gave me promise.
All products received.
No, this one is for the. Let me go back.
Okay,
Let
so
me go and comment that
let's
one
not
out.
bother. Let's not bother about using console.log in our this thing first. Let's just fetch it in
No, if you
in
don't
the
get the data, there's no way we can actually make use of it.
yeah. I'm saying like that console.log that you have there on the
Yes.
front end. It's not needed now. Is it
I know
needed?
it's not needed, but I want to be I want to be sure that it's actually returning the data that I need.
Okay, the return is not going to have it.
Then now it's not returning the data, it's returning a promise. It's not supposed to return that promise. It's supposed to return the data itself. This data that is here. This is what it's supposed to return. This message and then the product, not the promise that I have on my console.
Oh,
Because that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to make use of the data.message in order to actually do some other stuff, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter.
why do you have only one header now?
Why do I have only one?
Header.
Yeah, because I'm not. This is a get request.
Okay.
The only thing I
I
need
can't
to
tell what.
have here is the token, is the authorization token.
So you don't need to indicate that it's the get request.
No, by default it takes that method.
I really cannot tell. So try. Let's see. Data dot.
The issue is from
Uh,
the. I think the issue is from the
when do we
backend.
string? Right.
Hold on first. Query promise. Where did this? Okay, that's the query promise. Are you sure this particular? Hold on first. I'm not sure if this product is returning or, but you know what? Let me just quickly test this guy on Postman, so we know where the issue is coming from. What's the name of your app? Okay, this is it. Fetch single product. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Why am I using base URL? Internal server error. Sorry. What's this base URL? Oh, sorry. It shouldn't be base URL. It should be local. Okay, so let's send this. Oh, sorry. This should be for price precision. So let's send. What is your problem? Internal server error. Why are you giving me internal server error? Oh, the ID. Let's say, let me just sign in again. Oh, I think this is where the issue is. So, let's go on. I hope this user is correct. Come on, I've forgotten the password that I use. So,
Your database is running, right? Can you check database for
the
an
password
email?
is
You've been using the
hashed.
same password.
Actually,
You're using the same password now.
the password is hashed. There's no way I
You've been using
cannot.
the same password. It's not the password.
Which password? Hold on first.
I thought you used to type password every time.
It's
That's
password
password.
and password I use now.
So
But I
get a
don't know.
correct email from the database now.
Hold on. I will get the password. Don't worry. Just give a minute. Autofill, password manager. Where is that guy? Okay, this is it. Oh, Mado.
I need to test the program with that kind of password.
No, sure. So let me fetch that single product now. Now it's working. It's working here now. How come it's now returning? There's an issue somewhere that I really need to figure out. So he's returning this guy here, what I asked to return, but he's telling me that he's returning a promise here. Try catch. Oh, I know the issue. I did not await here. Yeah. So it's actually returning the data before it finished this operation. That's why it's saying this one is a promise. Sorry about that. That took a little while for me to actually figure out. So let's sign in again. So if I should click on edit now, it should give, yeah, it should give me, yeah, product received successfully. That's particular product that I clicked on. So now I can use that product. Now I can actually do this here. This thing I was trying to do here. So what's product? Okay. It should be, I think this one should be inside the try catch. So let me move these two guys up inside. Yep. So in this case, this product here, so this should be data. I'll figure this out now. Data dot product name. Let me see. Okay, it's product. Data dot product name. So sorry, I will explain what I'm doing now. So edit. We have this as undefined. Why are you undefined? Data dot product. Okay.
That's an array
Since,
now.
yeah, it's an array. So let me just target the first thing there. So yeah, this should actually work now. So we have, yeah, iPhone, sweet. So we have this guy here now, so we can actually use it now. We've been able to populate this guy. So in a nutshell, what I was trying to do is I want to populate this backdrop. That's that form first of all, I display the form. Then the next thing I want to do is just to populate that form with what? With the values of this particular product that I fetched here. So that we'll be able to what? To
What is
edit
complete?
it. So let me remove this console.log. Okay, I think I need this guy. So if,
That's something.
yeah, what's the issue?
What is populate, please?
What do you mean by what populate? That's to I want to use a simpler English.
Better.
That is still is populate now, or is there a better English I want to use? You are populating the data now.
Somebody help. Go ahead, Dominic, please. Well, but that's basically like I'm trying to make you crack it down so that we can reach out a different audience. Um, yeah,
I don't know if
that's more like you trying to make what already is to appear there so that we can have access to it to change it.
the people should actually know what populate is. Just like okay now what other word can you use for render?
Render to
So all
give
these terminologies, you need to be conversant with all these terms so that you'll be using the right, instead of trying to explain in plain English every time. All these things, I think I've explained what populate means and what render is from the previous section. So me saying all those terms so should not be new to anybody again.
It's okay.
Yeah. So if the data.message, that means if the message, if this was successful, if the product was successfully retrieved, that's when I want to make the backdrop to appear. That's I'm changing the style to block. That's this backdrop that is here. Then I'm trying to set each of these items, these inputs, to have the values of of the products that was fetched. Yeah, that's why I'm having this guy inside the try catch, that's inside the fetch query that I did here. So this is for the product name. I also need to do for the price, the power, and then the status. So let's go. So I'm going to do is document dot get element by ID of, I think the next one should be price, right? So let me just confirm from here. Yeah, price. So price dot value. Don't worry, next time I'm just going to copy this guy. Is equal to data dot product at the first index, since it's just only a single product, then dot price. So let me just copy this. We need two more. So the next one will be par, right? Par, then this should be par. Then this one should be status. What's the ID for status before we go and enter another issue?
Other number.
Okay, ID is status. For this status, we need to actually do something. For status, when we were actually, or is even still here, we cannot use dot value for a radio button. We need to use the dot check. I think we actually did it here. Yeah, you can see we use dot check. Yeah, so we cannot use dot value, so it will not actually work. So what we need to do for the status here, so let me just remove this guy here first. So we need to actually okay, so I'm going to do an if statement because we used an if statement here. We use a ternary operator here to actually check that if the check one is available, then if the status does checked, any which one is, will just take the available, then otherwise it will take the out of stock. And that's actually like the reverse we are going to do here. But for this one, we are going to, let me just add a comment here and say check the radio button. Check the radio button. I don't know what I'm writing.
I
Based
was wondering if this is really needed.
on the eh?
Can you hear me? I
What's
was
that?
wondering whether we really need to do this thing. I mean, we can afford to leave it blank, and since the person is editing it, you can make a fresh choice. Otherwise, the default goes.
What if
Kind
the
of stuff.
person what if the person only wants to edit one of it?
Okay.
Yeah. So we leaving it blank. That means what? The person just want to edit the name, and the remaining ones are
All
blank,
right.
and the person will just leave the. Will not. What if the person doesn't remember? Like the person will still
Oh,
have to be inputting the values of the default ones all over again.
understand.
Yeah. So in this case, I'll just do an if check. If in this case I have data dot product of the first index. This is a lot. Dot. What are we calling for that one? What's the name of this guy? It is product underscore status, right? Yeah, product underscore status. Product underscore status is equal to available. If this is equal to available, then what's your problem? Then what's your problem? Sorry. Then you want to do document dot get element by ID of status, right? But we are not going to be doing dot value now. We want to do dot check is equal to true. Yeah, because you can see from here the only place that we actually, yeah, it's just one of it. If one of it is true, then the other one is false. I think, yeah, I think that's the way we actually did it the other time. But I hope.
But here we have to touch the two of them more.
Okay, they have different ID now. They're supposed to have different ID. Wow, they have the same ID. They're supposed to have different ID. Let me put this one to status too bad, because there's only one of it that we actually used. You can see it's only one
Yeah.
of it that we actually used here. That's the status input, and which is this guy that is here. I think, oh, I should have even used these people that are here, but let's leave that one for now. Then if this is this, then else. Let me just do else. I'm just going to do, let me just copy this guy, put it here, Control Z, push up, else. I want the other one to be true. Yeah, I guess this is it. I hope this works. So let's go back here and then refresh this guy. Let me use the one that has the let's use this guy here. Yeah, this one is showing the out of stock because it is out of stock here.
As well.
So let me do the one that is available, and yeah, we have the available here. Sweet, we are on the right track. So the next thing now is just to change this add products to edit. I think that one can be done later on, but let's just finish this, right?
I think you should do it. Just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
It's just to change that heading and the button. What the button level? The button level can be edit product, and
Okay.
the
Okay, let me see if there is, do they have an ID for this guy? The submit has a class button. Okay, has an ID of add. Yeah, okay. Then this one H2 does not have any ID. So let me just give it an ID of backdrop. dash header heading. Yeah, let's do like that so that I can change it. So what I'm doing here is just to, so when you display this, so let me just put it here. What's the name of that tag? So let me just get the document dot get element by id of backdrop dash heading dot html is equal to, you said you want it to be what, edit product abi?
Product.
Yeah,
Yes.
edit product. Then I also want to change the one for the submit, the button abi.
Yes.
Okay, let me just copy this guy. So in this case, this one is add dash. I think she added it here. Oh, the add button is here, so let me stretch myself. So you get the way. So let me just give some space. So add product button. I think she already created a variable for it. This is add product button and she got it. This is it here. Yeah. Wait, to add product button and add new product button. Which one is it? Sorry. Okay, is add product button. Yeah.
Okay.
So add product button dot sorry dot inner html is equal to edit, the same edit product,
I think
or just submit, or
submit
what,
to be fine. Yeah, submit to be fine.
or save.
Save, yeah. Save is even better.
Okay, save. Okay, so let's see where we are now.
In the case where someone has a slow network
So we
and
have
just
the
that
edit
thing take,
button and edit product and save. Yep.
I'm talking about the case where someone has a slow network and then that thing slowly pops up and the person who, okay, fine. It's okay, it's okay.
Okay, so
I was just trying to say that you should bring the display block down and put the inner HTML changes up in your code.
doesn't really matter if it does it.
I just thought so, but then anyway, it's fine. It's
It's
okay.
still like the same thing though. So okay.
Nice one.
So now what else you want to do? Now I want to actually be able to to edit this and then send it to the required endpoint. This is a lot. So
Yeah, a lot too. Because you want to separate the formal logic from this one. Because this one will run that add product.
yeah, we
Uh,
actually need to modify it. Yes, we actually need to modify it. Yeah. So we can just, okay, let me, so we are moving on. So this one is for this, right? So the next thing I want to do is to still inside this place. So let me just add a comment here. Let's say modify the add product button event form. But there's do I need to add this for this comment?
actually not. You can also say submit new entry, something like that.
Okay, let's just say undo, let's just say undo updating product. Okay. Let's just leave it like that. But it's still going to be the because that, where is that add new product button? This add product button rather. Or how are we going to do it?
What I'm saying, it's
Because
still the
where
same
is that
button.
add product form rather? Yeah, this is where it is. It already has, is already handling the submission of a new product, but we want it to undo. Okay, do you know what? I can actually remove. There is a remove event listener, right?
Remove.
Yeah, there is.
So you want to remove the former event listener and
Yeah,
put a new one
yeah.
without, and you not affect the adding
I don't think so.
because it's the same script, right? Everything is on the same script. Or is it different? It's the same script now. Same products. Yes. Okay, if you let's try it. Let's try it. But I thought about dynamically changing the ID from here and doing what you want to do with it. So you change the ID and then have it consume the endpoint for update. And then after that, it will now you now bring the ID back to what it used to be. I thought about something like that.
That means we'll be changing the ID every time we want to perform.
Oh, yeah, upon update. Is
Nah.
it?
That's it. Ah, how will we not tell the user that okay, the user doesn't have access to the code now? So go and be changing the ID
No, 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 no.
or
As
what?
in automatic, like the script you change the ID and then now get the add the event listener and then
I,
inside the block of code at the concluding part, the ID returns back to what it
mm.
used to be. I'm talking about the idea of the button itself. But
Oh.
it just came to my head. I'm just thinking about it. I feel like I've seen this time here before. But then removing, yeah, if removing the event listener works, and then let's do it. You remove it and then add what you want to add, so long as it does not affect it when the or another idea just came to my head. Uh, what if we add an event listener on the basis that the value or the inner HTML of that content is equal to save? Is that
Mm. You can.
so
Okay.
if this button dot
So
HTML is
if
save, then do this.
okay, yeah,
You can separate
it's
you can even
actually
separate
valid.
from that.
If add product button abi dot inner
Yes.
HTML is equal to save,
Yeah, there's a space there. Okay.
then want to actually do this. That means our add product form dot add event listener submit. What is that? Submit. And this is going to be an async function. I'm going to have my if for event. So now let me remove the default event, this. So now I can actually save now. Whew, this is a lot. Now there's an issue. Okay, there's no issue. There's an issue. um all these guys that are here, all these guys that are
Okay.
here, I'm actually
For an
supposed
object, you're
the
supposed to have an object.
yeah, I need to have an
You
object for this update. Yeah, so um
take it from the form now.
so yeah, that's true.
Won't form that can work here?
It
Form
will
that should
work.
work here now.
Const um no, it did not actually work. You know, we were trying to use it here. We had an issue when we were trying to use it here. You know what I will just do?
Okay.
I will
Let's
I will move these guys up.
try it.
I will move these guys outside because it's only
Okay, so I can
available
get
in
them.
that scope.
Can
Yeah.
get them. Okay.
I'll move
Wow.
those guys outside.
I had an experience. When I was trying to use form data one time and it did not work. I discovered that it's because of the name attribute that was missing. Some things you are sending, some we are not sending. I
Oh,
went back, it was name attributes
wow.
that was causing it. So I had to give all of them name attributes that matched what was in the
Oh,
back
okay.
end. And so it then worked.
Oh,
So but do what will be faster for you
let me move these guys
because
out.
actually we're almost behind schedule right now.
I actually need this safe. So, could you see? Why is this thing always messing up with my?
Nothing should mess up there. Control Shift I.
No, I don't want it to do it this way.
Ah.
Where was I? Okay, don't worry. I'll just leave it like that. So I will adjust it here. I want these guys to be on the same line. So,
Oh, why is he misbehaving now?
so we have products. So I'm going to call this update so that let's have a good naming convention. Update product data. So or updated. Let's just have it as updated. So now we are on the track. Now I can now use my try catch for the fetch. Come on, we have so many try catch inside try catch. Anyway, so we can actually someone can help us to refactor this our program to save us all this stress. So we are going to have let me just copy something from here. Where is that guy? Okay, I'm too
I would have
lazy.
said you should use form data.
Huh? What did you say? Hello?
I would have said
Your
you
network is breaking. Is it
should
just mine?
use
But in this case, we have to set a method
try
to be put,
form data.
and we also need to set the content type. Yes, so I'm just going to drop this guy down so that we can have content, content type to be application. This is going to be application slash JSON. Yeah, I think that's the way we've been having it. So okay, this A should be small letter. All right, so with that said, and now we need to have our body, which is going to be JSON the stringify the updated product data that we created there. So after this, let's just say const data is equal to await response data. For now, let's just console.log data so we can know that we're actually doing the right thing. Console.log data. This a lot of
My network, I lost. I got interrupted by a call.
yeah,
Sorry.
no
Where are
problem.
we now?
So I've already okay.
Okay, go ahead,
Send
go ahead.
the method is put and then this guy. So I just want to console.log data. Let me see if I'm returning data from the update. Yeah, I'm returning just a message. Product updated successfully. That's the only thing we should have. So let's refresh. let's try to edit this. Let me change it now to available and then save. Oh, we are having product created successfully. It did not work. Oh. Okay. It's creating it. That one did not work. It did not
Okay,
update it.
wait. The app event listener is
Is
already
that
there on
event
its own.
listener? Yeah. This one
Ah,
that we have here, this one that we have here did not actually catch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's go and let's. Uh, what if we? Uh,
Wait,
what if
though.
we copy this code?
We actually updated it. We updated it and then created it. You can see here. It was out of stock
Okay.
before. You can see we have products updated successfully.
Oh.
And the product created. So it performed two things. It created it and then updated it.
Let, let, let me
Yeah.
understand. We created a new one and updated the
The
one that was
previous one,
existing.
yes.
So the previous one was with
It's because we have two
product
event
number 8.
listener on that button.
Oh, okay. So I'm thinking you should. I'm thinking this block of code. You have a way of bringing it out of this place and putting it with that other event listener, and then having an if statement there. There should be
Which
a
one?
better way, but I'm thinking this could work now. Yeah, we copy out these things, take them to out them. But it's time for the next section. Uh, is this a good place to stop to end?
Um,
I think we are cool. Or do you want to continue?
uh, we cannot just stop here. We may have to finish what we started.
Okay.
So
Okay.
do you know what? Let's. Mm,
Did you get what I was telling you? Where this one is now at the place where you have the event listeners listening for the loading of the HTML page. So you don't have it. Is that what you're doing?
I'm looking at a better way to actually do this.
Okay.
I'm looking at a better way to actually do this. There's a way we can actually remove this. It's because this add event listener that is here.
So in what context are we going to remove it?
Okay,
Is it
do you know what?
inside a block of code?
I'm going to let's do something. I will put these guys. This is a function. So I will save this inside a variable. So let me just cut everything out. Let me just cut all this guy out first. Where did this stop? Async, blah 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 blah. Oh, let me see.
Wait, we just excuse me. If you just add one line of if statement in the former event listener, would that not solve this problem?
What kind of if statement?
Something similar to what you added here. Just go and add event listener and now put in the block of code that if the inner HTML of the button is equal to add product, then run. So that the if block will stop it from running when that is not the. You understand?
Okay. But okay, let's just say if
I think it should be inside. Okay, yeah,
outside.
That's the place.
I'm
It's
coming.
there.
I want to see the stuff that we okay, add product button.
Yeah,
Where is it? Okay, this is it.
that's it.
If add product button dot inner HTML is equal to add product. I think this was what we used.
Yes.
Then I want So where is this guy? So move it inside here. Okay, I think this should be it. So
That's
let's,
it.
yeah, that's it.
What did you
I've
now
already
complete
moved it
your
inside the if statement.
uh
Yes, I
now
collapsed.
completed.
I collapsed it, then move it inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's collapsed. I
Instead
was
of
wondering
having
now.
to select everything to down, so I collapse it and then move it inside. Yeah. I'll be elapse
Okay.
it or anyway. So let's use something. Let's use the PS5. Okay. So let me edit the price to 2000 and then put it on out of stock. Let's save it. Product updated successfully. It's working.
All right. So close the background, close the phone. Let's see now. Refresh. Let's see.
Okay, so if I should refresh now, yeah, this is it, out of stock. Then this guy.
So that means you need to add that block display should become none again,
Which one?
right?
Which one?
The block display should go off now after we've
Yeah,
clicked
yeah,
add.
yeah, yeah. We've not actually finished. We've not actually finished this one. So we need to, after, where is it? Okay, this is it here. So I'm just only
Uh,
considered logging the data actually. So that's where the issue is. So here I'm going to have if data dot message is equal to, I think it's a product updated successfully. Then I want to alert. Let's just do the alert. Alert data dot message. Then after the press OK, I want the backdrop dot style dot display to be null. Then I also want it to fetch all my products again, just to refresh that on table.
nice.
Yeah, instead of us
Wait,
automatically
clear the form as well
I
now.
want to clear
Please
the
clear
form
the
too.
form too.
Yeah, sorry. So add product form dot reset, Abby. Yeah, I think it's reset. That's what we used. Yeah.
Let's find it. See
Okay,
there.
so okay, before then, let me just, my error, console.log error, where is it? So Control V, don't understand what this guy's problem is. This arrangement, I don't know where you got this arrangement from. I'm pasting it here, arranging it under. Okay, so now let's do a final test. Refresh. Which one should we do now? Let's do for Nokia. Okay, Nokia is now available and the price is now $300. Save. Product updated successfully. So when you click on OK to just refresh. Where is that Nokia again? Okay, this is it. 300 available. Sweet. It's working. I guess the only thing left is just this delete. Are we still here? Okay. So the only thing left is the delete feature.
But I'm leaving you right now.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you.
So
Okay, that's complete.
let's say, at this place we started with this if that is here. If the target, if you are targeting the edit button, you should do all of this. But in this case now, I want to, where is the end of this if? I need to trace it down. Okay, this is it here. So in this case, we want to do else if target dot class list dot contains, in this case we have the edit dash button. That's what we put there. They want to do the handling of what, the deleting. So I think I still need this my order number here. So let me just copy this guy. I'm actually supposed to let me just put it outside this if statement so it can be available for both cases, because I need the order number, because that's what I'm trying to send the request to. So here I'm just going to do my try catch, and let me just put the error here so I won't forget. Yeah. So what are we? I'm sending I'm just going to do const response is equal to await fetch. What am I fetching this time? Since I'm going to be using this guy, so let me just copy what I have here. Let me copy it here. So, all right. But I need to change the method. Yeah, I need to also specify the method to be what? To be delete. So in this case, it is a delete method. Add your comma. Okay, and we have the header. So that's just it. So in this case, when we delete, I just want to say const data is equal to await response.json. Okay. Oh, something is missing from somewhere. Okay, no, nothing is missing. We are still on the right track. So now I'm just going to do a simple if data.message. I don't need to come and console.login, whatever here. So it will not waste too much of our time. If data.message, let me go and get the message from my product controller when I'm deleting. So this is the message, product deleted successfully. Why do I have a space here? So we have a product deleted successfully. Where is this guy? Then I want to do something. So I want to alert. For now is alert we are using. We've not yet created a toggle sidebar. Alert data.message. Okay, then what else you want to do? Then I still want to fetch all the products. Yeah, so that when you click on this OK from here, it's just as if you are reloading the page. So I'm not want to populate with the old products, excluding the product that was deleted, because it has been deleted. So let's try this now and see where we are. So let me refresh because I just made some adjustment. So if I should click on, let's delete this last entry. So we have what? Product deleted successfully. If you press OK, it is gone. So our delete feature is working. So let's delete this cookie and the Samsung. We have the product deleted successfully. Samsung deleted. Then all these ones that is null, iPhone, delete. This one too. Okay. So I think we actually so at this point we've successfully consumed all our API endpoints, starting from the registering of user, the logging of user, the creating of products, fetching products, updating and the deleting of products. So is there any question? So the other implementation that we might want to actually, other features that we might want to actually add, because this is just a rough work, is this pagination, whereby we might just have probably 20 items on a particular page, so that we can actually move to the next page with this pages that we have here. It's called pagination. And some other thing, just make sure that probably we are using icon here, then have some a way whereby the user will be able to sign out and the likes of them. Then we'll work on the proper error handling. That's when the token has been has expired. We'll have a message that says that the user should log in back. And instead of using the alert, we might have a toggle sidebar whereby to just pop up on this on the right, at the top right, and say that what user created successfully, and it will be automatically done. The user will not have to like come and click on OK. It will just be, we'll have a set timeout whereby probably after like 2 or 3 seconds, the page will just refresh on its own. So those are the kind of things that other features will still be on. But for now, I would like to thank you all very much for staying to the end of this API consumption of this wonderful price precision app. And until then, I hope to probably there will still be more sections whereby we'll add on all that. But for now, this is where we'll draw the curtain. And just if you have any question concerning any of these functions that was being done here, please drop a comment in the comment box below this video on YouTube, and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful time.